has everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big Boy Neighborhood. All righty now, ladies and gentlemen. And got even more beautiful up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only is it me and Louie that's always beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and Aida and Natalia are here as well.
sometimes,
You know what I'm saying? But Evelyn Lozada is up
extra.
in here, man. Shaniece Hairston is up in here. Welcome back to the neighborhood.
Thank
It is a
you.
pleasure to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, we get a lot of ugly guests here. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of ugly guests. So, you know what I'm saying? When you can get somebody that's a little softer on the eyes, you know what I'm saying? It helps the interview a little bit.
Good,
You know what I'm saying?
good.
But I'm pretty sure that y'all interview with a lot of ugly people, too. So y'all probably over there like, damn, girl, I should have worn my shades. Like, Shaniece, we got to look at him. Like, I forgot what he looked like. And Jesus Christ. It's like every time I get in there, he look worse. You know, I ask him how he doing. I'm hugging him with my eyes closed. Evelyn, so how you doing overall, baby girl?
I'm good. I'm good. Life is good.
I heard that. So we're back for
Yeah.
another season for
We
Livin
are.
Lozada
Yes.
on network.
Yes.
Go ahead now. Now, have you guys met Oprah?
Oh
Yes.
my.
Man, till I
Yes.
said hello. I haven't met Oprah yet.
We're
You know what I'm
like
saying?
We
BFFs.
take a picture
now.
every time.
Yeah, every time.
On purpose. Like, can we get another
we gotta
one?
get another one.
I know.
You got to blame it on her, though. You got to be like, all right, Oprah, one more.
Well, the very first time that I always say the very first time that we met her, we're in the back and she pulls me to the side and she's just like, thank you so much just for like being you and being so, transparent. And I'm looking at her like, is she talking to me?
Right.
Like she's thanking me for something. And I said the stupidest thing back. I was like, well, it's the only way I know how to be.
Right.
It was so weird. It was weird.
Shaniece was like, what did you say? I said, Shaw, I don't even know what the F I just said
I
because
was like, that was awkward.
Like the words that were coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Mom, what the hell was all that?
like I feel like I never know what I'm saying to her. Like
Did you
it's
say
just
it's just what I do?
yeah,
It
it's
was
just
something
what I
weird
do.
like that. I was
Stupid.
Is it a different world being with the OWN network as opposed to like the basketball? Because now it seems like you're so far removed
I know.
from that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was just thinking, when I was like, okay, well, let me prep a little bit, I was like, damn, basketball wives.
Yes, it is definitely. It's just, I mean, obviously it's a totally different show.
Yeah,
My
man.
show is
Hello.
very family orientated, for the most part positive. We deal with, real life situations.
Yeah, you do.
I'm very open about talking about my infertility since Leo, my
Yes.
miscarriages, how my personal life, I didn't know this until she opened up about it on the show, about how my personal life has affected her today. So, we just deal with real life stuff. We ain't chucking chairs at each other.
Yeah, man. Got a water sponsor because you got to throw it on each
Yeah,
other.
so, but it's, it's different. But I always say I don't regret doing Basketball Wives. I talk to Shawnee all the time. That's
Right.
my girl. And I feel like that whole experience and all the craziness and me being so angry led me to where I'm at today.
But
So-
you didn't get locked in there, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't become Evelyn Lozada you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's Evelyn Lozada from Basketball Wives.
Well, I think because I took a few years off
Right.
and people knew like, oh, okay, well, because people think like, whatever, she's being fake. She's probably still, mean girl or whatever. But no, I took time off of, just reality TV and decided to have a family and focus on that and really not be angry.
Right.
There was a lot going on behind closed doors at the time of all that filming. So, yeah.
Would you let Shaniece do something like a Basketball Wives?
I don't
what
even
you know?
look. I would if she wanted to like do you because I never really I let her
Wait,
do whatever
whoa,
she
whoa,
wants
whoa.
to do.
What did you say?
What did I say?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that was kind of weird,
She
though.
wants to do you.
She said if she wants to do you.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
Come on, man. What are you talking about? Well, being Shaniece wants to do you.
Sorry,
Let
sorry.
that go. Let that world
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
No, but if she wants to, you let her explore that.
But me knowing her and who she is and her personality, even when I was on it, she didn't really want to film for the show. And we're
Right.
talking about somebody that was 13, 14 at the time. So she would never, do a show like that. But if she wanted to, then, I'm going to let her figure things out for
Go
her.
ahead.
Did send me to college.
It did.
Basketball Wives sent me
Basketball
to
Wives
college.
said Sean to college. Why you think I was throwing bottles? I was
Hell
like, I
yeah.
got
You was like, we got to meet where? Okay, wait, hold on.
Help me
A bill
move
just
across
came
the
in. Like,
country.
yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll do a couple more EPs. You know what I'm saying? Now, what college did you go to?
I went to Fidham in downtown.
Ooh, yeah,
I did
went
not
to
finish.
Yeah,
but
same here.
Ah, you did not.
Big day.
Yeah.
Did anybody in here finish?
College?
No, I
you
thought
finished?
I finished.
Yeah, I went to West LA
Yeah, no.
City College myself. You know what I'm saying? Didn't finish though, you know what I'm saying? But I did take Spanish with Professor Peña. You know what I'm saying? Did you finish, Louis?
Not at all, man.
All right, Dave, did you finish?
I'm like 2 years away from finishing.
I was only going for my associates,
2
and I
years,
couldn't
10
get
years later,
past
huh?
that.
Yeah.
That stuff is crazy.
Yeah, I'm about 4 years away from my master's degree.
Okay.
Is it different now having the cameras in your life? Well, for you, Shanise, are you used to it? You got to be used to it by now, though, right?
I struggled with it quite
She's
a
a little
bit
crank
on the
box
show.
sometimes.
Well, I don't like anyone in my house.
How do you have a reality show that
So
they
it's
shoot a
hard.
lot of parts at the
It's
house?
hard.
You know, you have to
was
really.
Like,
very
can we shoot
difficult.
this show without cameras?
I had to really adjust. It was difficult for me because you have like 10 people just
Always
walking
in your
around,
house.
And
and
she-
I'm like,
Ugh.
Yeah.
where is everybody?
Yeah,
So,
she has a little OCD,
yeah,
so it's
I
like
struggle with that. I go to
um,
therapy for that on the
Wait,
show.
now what's
actually.
your OCD?
I
Like
clean.
what? You clean?
If anything's out of place, I
Uh-oh.
would notice it.
Really? Like,
I-
in your life, or you not looking around here like, oh, this
Right,
place is
like-
gross? Or
No, just
Okay, well, don't
just
look
in
around.
my
I don't
living
wanna put it in
space.
your
This
head
is
either.
clean
No,
for us.
no,
is
just
really
in my
good.
living space. I know where everything is. If you touch it, I'm cleaning it after you. I struggle with that, and I go
Really?
to therapy for it on the show.
Do you ever go in
So-
a room sometimes, Evelyn, and move stuff around
Just on
to,
purpose?
just to mess with her?
Well, I mean, when I've
I
stayed
would
at
think
her,
for the show as a producer, I'd be like, man, go in there and move it around.
Ross does that.
it's so funny because when I stay, the times that I've stayed at her house, when I had to film here, that I was still in Arizona, it's like I would walk out the room and then come back and everything was like straightened up, the bed, and I'm like, could you stop?
I
touching
made
my
her
shit?
bed for her.
You know,
Cleaned
just
her
stop.
bathroom.
That's crazy.
You were my guest. I was treating you well.
I know, but like she wanted to light
got
a
you
candle.
breakfast.
She wanted to light a little candle. I'm like, oh my god.
Besides just the cleaning, do you have anything else? Like, do you have to tap something, or do you have any other like?
No, but I realized in therapy I pace around the house.
Really
I'll
though?
pace.
She's crazy.
Like I don't do it anymore. I've gotten better,
That's
but I'll
good.
like pace around as if something's changed.
You know what's crazy though? For beautiful women, men to take all that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, she stabbed me. It was like all the way to the white meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, it was more flesh than anything. So you finding these things out now? Okay.
About myself, yeah.
But you know what? I think everybody got a little ism.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Of
you
like-
got one?
Yeah, well, one, you know, you walk down the street with me. I can't have anything
Split the
split
poles?
us, and it's like Matt
Carl.
drives him crazy.
Yeah,
He'll do it on
man.
purpose, and then I got to run back and tap
And
it.
yeah. What about you, Lou?
Yeah, there's one thing where I got to cut my hair every time I watch like a hockey game or any kind of sport event. For some
Really,
reason.
though?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, bro. Like I just have to feel clean to watch like the Ducks play or something like that.
I heard that.
I always have
Crazy.
to.
For me, it's the same thing. Like with the house, the cleanliness. Like I cannot stand people sleeping on my couch.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
you
I don't
cannot,
want that.
You cannot sleep on the couch.
You know
but I
what's
got that
crazy
from my
about
mom.
me? Like when I leave to go to work, I gotta kiss my family in a certain order. Like I kiss my daughter first,
yeah.
then I kiss, and I gotta say I love you. And then I kiss my son, and I gotta say I love you. And then I gotta go kiss my wife. And then now when they sleeping all over the house, I'm like, man,
Where are they at?
where the hell the family at? And then my mom passed on. Before I leave, I gotta kiss her portrait. And there's times when I'm like, man, let that go. And I'll be like, oh, I'll let it go tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'll let it go tomorrow. But actually pacing around the house, that was crazy.
Yeah,
My
My home is my safe haven.
Oh,
It's
my
my
God.
safe haven.
she has Buddhas all over the
Yeah,
place.
that
It is
was-
my safe haven. It's where I
temple.
go. It's where I like to be. It's where I
heard
feel
that.
like the home is supposed to be.
Go
Don't
ahead
let
now.
her fool you. She has OCD.
Oh,
You
yeah.
had to pick
Yes.
it up from her.
I know
Yes.
she keep touching the cup without drinking, and I'm just
She
like,
has OCD, and I've seen that too.
No, but it's not now that I have a toddler, I mean, it's hard to have OCD, but I do, you know, as soon as I have a nightly routine with him that I can't break, which is, you know, his whole routine, bath time or whatever.
Very
but
systematic.
very
Yeah.
systematic. It's down to like a science. My morning routine too. But even after he goes to sleep, like I clean up after. I do clean up after people, but not while they're there. Like once
Right.
the house is shutting down,
But
I
she
can't
clean
go
up.
to sleep with
She
things.
clean up while you
I'll
there.
clean
huh?
up while you're there.
Like you're eating and she's like
you
already
spilled that?
washing the
Okay.
plate.
You like,
Washing
you
the
like,
dishes.
Denise, she's like,
Yeah.
sorry, you had something on your mouth.
How has the response been, Evelyn, since being so open with your struggles with infertility and your miscarriages?
It's been pretty positive. I think especially the reason why I'm so open about talking about it and just, you know, I mean, you'll see me at all of my appointments trying to figure out like what happened. I mean, I am 40. That's definitely one of the issues. But so many women have reached out, or even my girlfriends that aren't so open, you know, in wanting to talk about having miscarriage. It's like a taboo, or women feel responsible, embarrassed, and that's why I'm so open to talk. I mean, I've had vaginal appointments on camera. Just look at my follicles, let's see what's going on. But I just feel like I want to use my situation just to be able to teach and you know, just so we can kind of just come together and know that, look, you're not alone. This happens. So many women deal with it, and it's not your fault, because a lot of us feel responsible because it's our bodies,
Right.
and it's our responsibility to, you know, give birth to healthy children. So, you know, after my second miscarriage, it was hard, because I'm like, God, what's happening to me? So it was tough, but I open up about all of that.
What do you think helped you push through it and kind of like work through those emotions and kind of just be like, all right, I'm going to get out of bed today. I'm going to go and live life.
I don't, even with everything that has happened in my life, I'm just not the type to just roll over and quit. You know, I'm like, okay, that happened. I'll have my moment. She knows this. Like, I'll have my moment and I'm going through it. She was there for me, Carla, everyone. And then it's like, okay, I bounce back and let's just move on to the next, because what am I going to do? I can't change it, right? Once you know you're going to miscarry, once you get that phone call from the doctor and they're like, look, your HCG levels, which are hormone levels, they're not doubling. It's a concern, and you know what's going to happen, and I'm all too familiar with that. So, you know, I keep, you know.
And I think the fact that you already have 2 other kids, it's like you don't have any kids at all.
Yeah.
So I think you're grateful for that.
I definitely super grateful for that, you know, because I have girlfriends that are trying to, you know, have a baby. Let's do IVF, and it's not working for them. But, you know, I do find peace in knowing that I have 2 healthy children.
I appreciate you being so open, because I have girlfriends who have gone through that, and I remember being there for them and them saying, like, no one talks about it. No one is open with it. And so they try to find like those support groups and online and stuff like that. So when I appreciate you being so open with it, because then, like, again, like you said, other women could be like, okay, it's not just me.
Right. Because you do feel, I always say, you know, your family can be there for you, your girlfriends, but once it's over, it is a mourning and a loss that you feel forever.
Yeah.
So, you know, although I miscarried both of my kids at 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and it was early on, I will forever feel a loss because of that. Because, you know, once you get that positive pregnancy test, you're like, oh my God. I mean, your brain goes through so many different thoughts about how your life is about to change and how like great this is going to be. And then all of a sudden you go from high to just a low in a matter of just days. So, you know, it's tough.
You're in Arizona now? Or are you living in Arizona now?
Well,
or you're not there?
Right now we're here. We're in LA because it's baseball season.
Okay.
But I'm part-time.
Do you
so.
go to the baseball games? Do you go to the Dodger games?
I go to some of the games on Sunday because it's an earlier game. And this may be part of my OCD, but I like to give Leo a bath and do this myself. So his night games are late. You know, 7 o'clock is late for me. By the time you get home, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. And so I pick and choose which games. He has so many games.
Yeah, man.
162.
I'm tired looking at him. Like, I'm tired.
Dude.
I'm like,
baseball players
they're
have a
long.
lot of games. That's what we're talking about, even their suspension. Like, he's suspended for 40 games. Like, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, and he's been doing it since the age of 17. You know, he went to the minor leagues at 17. So, you know, his schedule is crazy, you know, but.
Were you a Dodger fan before, Carl? Or did you feel like it's like, man, well, I am now.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely
yeah.
am now. I definitely am now. You know, we grew up in New York, so we're more of like a Yankee
Killer.
You
Go
know.
ahead.
You know, my mom is like ride or die, like Mets or whatever. But yeah.
Right. Do you sit there now? Do you enjoy the games? You're like, man, look at all these fake ass fans.
No, I do enjoy the games, and Leo enjoys the games because he like baseball. So
and how old is Leo now?
He's 2 years and 2 months.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he cool, man.
so
like,
good life.
Like, good. You know, like, he don't know nothing but, he don't even know the struggle yet. He think a little year ago, like a little poo-poo in his diaper was the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
He has bath time every night.
And Shanise, you got to remember life before, like, everything else, right? Or you know what I'm saying? Before, like TV and cameras in your face, like, do you miss that?
A little bit.
Really though?
Yeah, a little bit.
But y'all stay kind of away from each other now, as far as if you are in Arizona, if you are in LA. Is that a little different now?
It is, and you'll see that on the show.
We
too,
talk about that
of
on the
how,
show
like,
as well.
We're so close. So when
Y'all
I'm in Arizona,
peer.
although it's only a 40-minute flight, it's kind of like, hey, what are you doing? Well, when are you coming here? Like we're always kind of like scheming and coming up with a plan of when she's gonna come in town. We miss each other. Leo is like obsessed with her, so we work it out.
How's the modeling coming along for you?
That's also on the show. It's coming along very slow.
Really?
Yeah.
How is that?
I don't know. I guess everyone has their own time, and I'm still waiting on mine.
I heard
And that's
that.
how I want to look at it. So, but it's taking
But it's not
time.
far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I said I want to be a model, then y'all be like, come on, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you want to fly off this building, but you can't. There's some things you're not going to do. So you think it's a little bit slower than...
I think it's a little slower for my time.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? And we talk about that on the show with the struggles of having to find work, because I am in Wilhelmina, New York, and I don't live in New York. And I'm at LA Talent here.
Oh, yeah,
So we're trying.
And I think people
We're trying.
probably assume like, oh, she has it easy.
Like it'd
She's
be
on the
automatic.
I go
show.
to castings.
No, like
Yeah, I
they
go-
treat her.
Do you ever walk in casting like, what you doing here?
Well,
I know if I was one of the other girls, I'd be like, what?
but they have more talent. So,
No.
you know what I mean?
Really,
So
though?
I'm still learning.
I
yeah.
heard that. Now, when you say you go to like the auditions or whatever, where you go to agencies, are you acting as well?
Yeah, for the commercial aspect of
ahead
it.
now.
So I just got done taking commercial classes because I felt like I didn't know anything. I kind of just got thrown in there. So I'm working
Now,
on
how old
it.
are you
You'll get
now?
there.
12, 13?
Right.
14.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you give out your age, though?
Yeah, I'm 22. I'll be
I heard
23
that.
next month.
You know what I
June.
was doing when I was 22? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah. I was,
Well, that's what I tell her. I
I was
think
waiting for later. Like, man, what y'all doing?
Later.
I think, she lives alone. She has it together. I'm like, Sha, if you've seen my life when I was 22, like you
Goes with my OCD.
have a lot, you have a lot going on. I think she gets frustrated sometimes and things aren't happening fast enough for her. I'm like, you're 22.
Yeah, man. It's a whole lot of
Relax.
headaches.
Relax. It's gonna come.
It's gonna come.
Right.
But I don't like being bored.
Right, really, though.
Yeah.
Well, sorry you came here for the
You'll get
interview.
there.
That's a hell of a way to tell me you're ready to leave.
I don't like being bored.
That's a hell of a way to tell me you want to wrap this interview
I
up.
wonder if she'd be looking at the clock.
No, we're having fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, she keep telling herself that. That OCD kicking in.
go.
We're having fun. We're having fun. Tap, tap, tap,
Clean
tap,
the
tap.
studio. Evelyn, I have to ask, with like social media now, like I feel like nothing is private
Oh,
anymore.
Lord.
And speaking of like having babies and whatnot, did you by any chance see Drea's video of giving birth?
No,
She
I
popped the baby out on
didn't.
IG, Jack.
Oh, she did. No, I didn't see
She
it.
posted a video of her like pulling out her baby, giving birth. Like
I seen it.
you seen
Yeah.
it? What did you think about it?
I think it's a sign of the times, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think childbirth is sacred.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's like in the room with who you're with.
Right.
Right.
Well, she was in the room with who she was with. It's just that we happen to just see it on Instagram,
Right.
too.
Right. When I saw it, I mean, I agree with you. Like I thought the post was beautiful. Like
Yeah,
it's a
I thought
beautiful
the
thing. Like
post was-
you're not like all up in there. You can't see it like that. It's a right
Yeah.
angle. And her
It was
message,
a perfect angle.
her,
Right.
her message was beautiful. But I
was a
agree
perfect
as well.
angle.
Like there's some things you have to keep private. Is there anything that either of you have shared on social media that you wish you
Or
hadn't
even
shared?
the TV shows.
Yeah. There you go.
No, I've learned my lesson years ago with putting too much stuff out there as far as your relationship. And no, I keep things so tight on social network, especially with my relationship. I post what I want, when it comes to, my Leo. But other than that, it's to a point that people are like, are they still together?
Right, right.
keep them
We
wondering.
ain't seeing nothing.
Right, we don't see. She don't ever post pictures of him. We have plenty of pictures in our house together. I don't need to broadcast everything. It's just nobody's business, And people are like, well, why are you doing a reality show if it's nobody's business? Well,
Right.
I can control it.
Exactly.
I control what I want you to see, and I control what I want you to know.
Let us see enough.
I love
Now, Shanise, you don't curse in front of your mom still?
No.
I heard.
she said no.
She did like a.
No, I don't really curse in general.
I heard that.
So
Makes
no.
me uncomfortable. Like she'll say shit, and I'm like, what are you saying?
You don't like her to say that word? You don't like
Well,
her to say
it's not her. Like I could say shit,
Yes.
right? And it's like shit.
Yeah,
but
it's
like
like,
she'll
you
be
can
like,
tell.
shit.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a weird shit, you know, because
Yeah.
she's not. She
It's not
doesn't
a real
curse.
language. Like, shit.
It doesn't have no like.
Punch to
And
it.
plus, you got to put some oomph in it too, though. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
We should teach her.
You want to try it, or
Give us
I don't
one
want
good.
any.
Come on, just do it.
you want to try it in front of your mom real quick? I can teach you how to say it
What?
if you want.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, now you say it first.
Shit.
Shit. Yeah,
Shit.
I see it.
Shit.
Now say it like this. Go like the and extend it. Go shit.
Shit.
She can't say
She
it.
did her eyebrow.
Yeah. It's
tried it.
She's not cut from that cloth. This is good.
Shit.
She's not cut from that cloth. This cool though.
I don't curse.
Yeah, go
No, it's
ahead.
a
Now.
lady.
Big boy.
Big boy.
All righty now, Evelyn. Did you go to the Beyonce concert?
I sure did.
heard
Yes.
I
What did you
sure
feel about the whole Lemonade project? Because it wasn't like we all found out what Lemonade was at the same time.
We
Or did you
did.
know what it was beforehand?
No, not until I seen the
It's-
HBO special.
Yeah, because we were all
Then-
waiting.
Yeah, and I feel like I still need to see it again because
Yes.
I'm missing. I mean, there's a lot of messages.
Well,
and
stop
Yes,
by my
there
house
is.
because my wife watches it pretty much every day.
I've seen it like
You know what I'm
5
saying? It got to a
times.
point where I don't even like going downstairs. Like, man. Like,
So
but let
good.
me tell you, when she was watching the whole Lemonade thing, right? I was laying down and no one knew like what it was. What is Lemonade? And then once it started going by like the third, fourth song, I was like, what the hell?
What's going on?
What's going on here?
Like, man, what is she listening to? Like,
It's genius.
But
It
So
is
good.
just like, and especially for us women, they have been through stuff. And right as I Beyonce fans, like we're like, oh yeah, she gets it. She's the, you know, because
Right.
before this, it's like you probably felt like Beyonce's never really been through anything, right?
Right.
And I feel like even more now she's opened up, whether it's real or not, we never know because it could all be just, you know, a story, right? But it's awesome and it's pretty dope.
Made us all feel like we could connect with her. It's
Yeah,
like, yes,
on a
she
whole
gets
other
us.
level. And then
Yes,
she's
that's right.
cursing and she's like, suck
Yeah.
on my balls.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
We don't
Sean-
even have those.
Shanice was over there like, shit.
No, Sean was like, it made me a little uncomfortable when she said, suck on my balls. I was like, what? I loved it.
That's my favorite part.
Mine
Yeah,
too.
she won with that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. No.
Like and like I said, I don't know exactly what it is, but whatever it is, if I was in a meeting yesterday, it was like I think that it was like put together, and I'm like, I don't think it's that. Because I don't see somebody sitting down and saying, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do, baby. And Jay-Z like, oh, okay. I don't know what it is yet, but whatever it is powerful.
It's powerful, and we're
Hella
talking about it, and we're
And
still
it's
talking about it.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
she touched on like every single one emotion, like you said. If you've been through that situation, that you really know and you truly connected with it because that really happens. You go through all of that, the intuition, the doubt, like the what did I do wrong, or I'm
Right.
giving you everything, and how could you do this to me?
Jay-Z
Like,
got to come with
everything, all the
Kool-Aid for the
emotion.
fellas. Then. You know what I'm saying? We got
I
to
bet
come
you
with
do.
Kool-Aid.
We got to come
What
with
do he gotta
Kool-Aid.
say?
You know what I'm saying?
Something for the fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, man, like
I
you
could
speaking
see
for
that.
yourself,
It's
brother.
beautiful.
Yeah.
What I want to do right now is I want to do something called confession session.
Uh
Mm-hmm.
oh.
All righty? And this would be for you, Shanise.
Shit.
I'm glad I'm
Alrighty?
out of this.
Go ahead now. But you're in it too,
Oh yeah,
Evelyn.
you are.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
I want you, every time I ask you a question, look at your mom and answer this question. All righty? Confession session. Last time I smoked.
Look at her.
Yes.
I didn't smoke. I had an edible 2 weeks ago.
Did you know that? All right.
You had an edible.
I also had one on Christmas, and you had no idea.
And what's the edible? Like, is it
I had a
a
little
brownie?
cookie.
Or
I didn't eat the whole thing. I'm supposed to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, they said
that
that
would trip
tear you
out.
down.
Yeah,
Jack.
no,
would've
it
known.
that makes
Did you
me
know
nervous.
that she ate edibles?
No.
See, confession
There it
session.
is.
Uh-oh.
And you can't hold any of this against her, all right? Mom, biggest lie I've ever told. Confession session.
When I was 13 and I was at one house and I said I was at another house and she shipped me off to Brooklyn.
Oh!
That was the biggest and the last
Damn.
lie.
You know what's so cold about
Got
that, too,
caught.
is when she shipped her to Brooklyn, they didn't even have family in Brooklyn. She just
My
shipped her
dad's
there.
family's in
No,
Brooklyn.
she-
She shipped me to my dad's house.
That
And I
was
wasn't
the,
That's
13. I was like
gangster, though.
15 or 16.
yes, and
Act right.
she she got in trouble, and the very next day I was like, oh, okay. I booked her a flight. She was like I will never forget, 1 p.m. flight, no phone, no nothing. Get on the plane. Told my sister picked you up, right?
Yeah.
Titi picked you up.
Mhm.
And she was there, and I probably didn't talk to her for a little bit, so I shipped her off.
Gang,
Wow.
because she was at a different house. You know how you'll be like, "Oh, mom, I'm spending the night
Well,
over here," and
And let me tell you something. I always say,
if that was
out
the
of
case, my mom would have shipped me like to Africa or
Out-
something. She would
out
have
of
shipped me
n-
far, far.
out of nowhere, I woke up and something told me, call her friend's mom. And I never felt like I needed to do that with her. And the one time that I did, she was not at a friend's house. Her and her girlfriend were at somebody else's house. And I called her and I was like, you need to get to that house where you were at. And I picked her up. And it wasn't very pretty. And then I shipped her off. So this is what I'm saying. You know, as a parent, it doesn't matter how old you are and raising your kid. I had her at 17. But although we're very close, I didn't play no games with
I
her.
heard that.
You
I
better
can
have
tell.
some type of respect. And that was the last big lie that she ever told me. And
I was on
think
honor roll after that.
she was on
She's
honor.
like, I
Swear to
gotta
God, I
get
was.
it.
I mean, people take some lessons.
See how the Lord works?
She
You know what I'm
really
saying?
was. She really was.
Okay,
She was.
last thing I stole, or mom, I stole this.
You don't-
I've never stolen anything.
yeah, she doesn't steal.
You never taken anything from like a BET room or
Napkin,
nothing?
something.
A shirt
I'm
of
a bad
hers.
liar.
Really though?
I'm not a good thief.
I stole a napkin from Prince's house, allegedly.
No, I've never
Yeah,
stolen
allegedly.
them.
I heard that.
Good girl.
Go ahead,
Really
man.
like Shanise.
I'm shipping my daughter to you.
Right.
Alrighty, I love you, mom, but I hate when you do this.
I love you, Mom, but I hate when you sit on your phone for 2 hours. And I know you're running the world,
Right.
but it just drives me crazy when you're
Jesus.
not present, like
Right.
not in the moment. I need you to be in the moment with me.
See, there it is. Confession session, ladies and gentlemen.
There
Big
you
Boy's
go.
neighborhood. Thank you, ladies, for coming in here,
Thank
hanging out
you.
with us, man. We
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to get around to these cards that the Oprah Winfrey
Oh,
Network love so much. You know what I'm saying?
The love card.
But thank you for coming in. Don't
Thank
forget,
you.
man, every Saturday night,
Yeah.
Livin Lozada, right there on the OWN network, 10 p.m., 9 Central. Always a pleasure to
Thank
see
you
you.
so much.
Thank
And,
you.
oh, I'll see y'all like next month or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like my safety show. You know what I'm saying? Evelyn and Shanise want to come in. All right. You know? But thank you,
good.
thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you,
for
thank
having
you.
us.
And I wish you nothing but happiness.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Guys.
Best believe that, man. Big Boy
Big
neighborhood.
boy.